trigonometry. Okay. So trigonometry is something I want to ask Samuel. So trigonometry has only happened in right triangles, correct? Is it true?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. So let's take a look at this one, okay? So trigonometry is actually talking about the relationship of the lines and angles in right triangles. Correct, everybody? And they're talking about a ratio, okay? So now I want you to remember some specific angles trigonometry. Okay, everybody? So that means I want you to remember them. What does remember them? That means you just memorized it. And when you're doing some questions, you can just directly use it. Understand, Elaine? Understand, Daniel? Okay, so for instance, there are only two triangles we need to memorize. The first one is 45, 45, and 90 degrees triangles, which we can also call it right isosceles triangles. Get it? Correct? Okay, so which two part is isosceles? This one and this one, they're isosceles because these two angles degrees is 45. So the opposite one is also equals to each other. Get it? Okay. So when the angle is the same and the line they're facing is also the same. Understand, Victoria?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's take a look at this one. Because if we name this side as 1, this side is also 1. And the other side is what? 1 squared plus 1 squared and square root. So that's why the c equals square root 2. The hypotenuse is square root 2. Understand, everybody? Okay, so that's why the sine 45 equals 1 over square root 2, and cosine 45 also equals to the same thing. Because the opposite and adjacent, they're equals to each other, right? And the tangent 45 equals 1 divided by 1 equals 1. Okay, everybody, I want you to remember that. And I can also do that is even without remember 45 and 45, if you know sine 45 equals 1 over square root 2, cosine 90 minus 45 also equals sine 45, also equals 1 over square root 2. Correct? If you use the last week's we learned, it's anything. So sine A, if equals 1 over 2, then cosine 90 minus A is also equals 1 over 2. Remember, everybody? We did this, right? And now the tangent is because tangent 45 equals sine 45 divided by cosine 45. So that's why it's also 1. Even you don't know this, you can just do 1 by 1. Okay, so everybody, I hope I just explained it very clearly. So let's take a look at this one. If we have a 90, 60, and 30 degrees, and we know this one is 2, and this one is 1, and this one is 2 squared minus 1 squared, and square root equals square root 3, right? So sine 60, which is close to cosine 30, equals what? Equals square root 3 over 2. Opposite divided by the hypotenuse. And cosine 60 equals sine 30 equals 1 over 2. Adjacent divided by hypotenuse, right? And the tangent 60 equals square root 3 over 1, which is square root 3. And you can just find out tangent, get it, everybody? Okay, so now please, if you don't want to do this, it's totally fine. Okay, everybody, I give you a thing. Please copy this down on your page because today's every single question is based on these 9 numbers. Okay, 全都 based on these 9 numbers.
How do I zoom in? Because I want to take
Yeah,
like a screenshot of it.
of course. 但是你还是要那个背一下的 ，OK， 下面 like that. 抄下来以后告诉老师啊。Who
I'm
did
done.
finish 抄下来
I'm done.
？OK。啊，有些小朋友说，老师，我为什么要抄一遍呀？我跟你说，你抄一遍对你这个有好处的。There's something benefit there, OK? For instance, so everybody tell me the answer. So we're going to immediately. I'm not going to ask you to tell me by typing, okay? Give me the answer directly. Victoria Liu, can you tell me the first one, sine theta, which theta equals 30 degrees? 哎呦 ，chapter 跑到别的地方去了，一听到老师叫了，哎呦，赶快跑回来。So Victoria Liu, sine 30 equals what?
0.5.
Very good. Or you can say 1.5, right? It's okay. So cosine theta, Samuel Wang,
1 over square root of 3. Oh, no. Oh,
square root 3 over 2, right? Square root 2 over 2.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, tangent 30, chapter the butter. I'm sorry, chapter the chips.
1 over square root 3.
1 over square root 3. Okay, very good. Because why? It's sine 30 divided by cosine 30. 对不对？你万一忘记了怎么办？ It's 1 over 2 times 2 over square root 3. So this one's good. Very good. Okay, number D. Daniel Wu, sine 2 theta equals what?
Sine 2 over 根号 3。
明明是根号 3 over 2, 好吧？
根号3哦。
Okay, next one. Cosine 2 theta. Carry law.
Half.
Ha.
1/2.
1/2. Okay. 我听了个哈。我听了个哈。Okay, last but not the least, tangent 2 theta. Harvey.
No idea.
Okay, so tangent. Harvey, take a look at this one. We know the question is theta equals 30. So 2 theta equals tangent 60 degrees.
Oh,
Correct? So you're just using
okay,
sine
then square root 3.
square root 3. Very good. Okay. So Elaine, sine theta squared.
1 over 4.
Very good. Cosine theta squared. Daniel.
Three two over, or 3 2.
3 over 4. So square root 3 over 2 times square root 3 over 2. Everybody? So square root 3 times square root 3 equals what? Equals 3. And 2 times 2 equals what? Equals 4. Get it? Okay? Okay, so now let's take a look at, I'm helping you, okay? But now not anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So boys and girls, send me the answer by order. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know how much you hate me, but I don't care. OK，一道一道做出来啊。 哦，已经有人做完了，我看看啊。哟，Daniel Wu，Daniel Wu 到啦。Daniel Wu 今天，我跟你讲，Daniel Wu 今天有没有去浴缸里面上课？而且是第一个来的，the first time in forever. So Daniel is the first one.
I'm typing the answer.
No, you don't have to. Okay, it's a lot of it's very hard to, but just to tell me you're done. Okay.
Wait, we don't have to type in the answer.
Yeah, you don't have to type it.
I typed in all the answers.
Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so I just to give everybody another 1 minute. Okay, try to finish them because now I only know Daniel finished it, but I'm not sure if Daniel's all right or not, right? Because he probably just to make them. No, I'm just kidding. I think Daniel did it right. Daniel, so what? Okay, so Elaine is even typing. Good job. Harvey is done and Elaine's done. Good job. 哎呀，我又忘了那个 square root 怎么打的。那个上次那个 Carrie 告诉我的。
Option V.
Option B. Let me try. Option V. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie, you're the smartest kid in this world, you know? Okay, so let's take a look at the first one, okay? So tangent theta squared. So Samuel, let's take a look at this one. So tangent 30 equals what?
1 over square root 3.
Is it square root 3?
No, I said 1 over square root 3.
Yes, 1 over square root 3, right? So tangent square equals what? Equals 1 over square root 3 times 1 over square root 3. So it equals what? 1. Correct, everybody? Okay, so sine 60 equals what? Square root 3 over 2, right? So sine 60 squared equals 3 over 4, right, Samuel? So Samuel, let's take a look at this one. So if theta equals 30, so you just to first find out sine 60 equals what? Then square it. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so the answer, very good, chapter, good job. 1 over 3, 3 over 4. And cosine 2 theta equals cosine 60 equals 1 over 2. So cosine 60 squared equals 1 over 4. Okay, so tangent squared 2 theta, we just find out tangent 2 theta equals what?
Square root 3.
Square root 3. So this one equals 3. Okay, so this one we all need to do is what? Because we know sine square theta. Sine 30 equals half. Sine square 30 equals 1 over 4. And sine square theta over 2 equals 1 over 8. Okay, so this one, cosine 30 equals square root 3 over 2, and cosine 30 squared equals 3 over 4, and cosine theta squared over 2 equals 3 over 8. Chapter 非常好，到现在全对啊。OK， 那 tangent 那个呢，一样的，把这个 tangent theta divided by 2，那就是1/3除以2嘛，等于1/6，对不对？好了，这里出现一个这个麻烦的东西了，对不对？ So don't worry about it. We just do this part. So sine 2 theta equals what? Equals square root 3
It's 7 o'clock.
over 2. Thank you, Victoria. Okay, so I'm going to do this power 3 equals what? 就这个东西乘几次啊？乘3次啊。有些小朋友说这里老师我不太会，没关系啊。Square root putting together equals 3. Square root 3 times square root 3 equals 3. And 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. But there's another square root 3. There's nobody likes him. So just to put it like that.
Carrie?
Get it, chapter? Okay, so now times 4 over 5, because there is a 4 over half 5 here. So 4 and 8, the 1 and 2. So the answer is 3 square root 3 over 10. So that is answer.
Wait,
Get it? So the last questions, Samuel, what's your
wait. I thought it was squared over 40.
Which one square root over 40?
Yeah.
Which one? This one?
Oh, no, when they cancel out, I see.
Yeah, I cancel that. No problem. Mhm. Okay, everybody. So the last question is a little bit complicated, but just a calculation, okay? So let me tell you. So when you have something like so now let's move forward, okay? So what is the number of theta equals 45, okay? So 8 questions, really quick. Do it yourself.
Carrie, you're recording, right?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Samuel. Without you, I cannot have a class properly function.
I thought you were. So.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
优丽搜房预算。Carrie, do we need to send you the answers?
No, you don't have to. Just finish is good. Yeah. 哎，你们有没有觉得现在天气好干呀？就喉咙好难受啊？没有吗？我每天看到 Oliver 穿了个背心，我就觉得他肯定在很温暖的地方。啊，那个 Daniel，那个用那个 option 加 V， 那个 Carrie 洛告诉你的。你知道那个 Daniel 给我发什么消息？他说 I do not know how to type 根号 in the chat.
What if I do not have option in the
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
嗯，那我就不知道了。
I think it's option or alternative ALT.
Okay, so now I'm going to let the student. So I'm going to ask Harvey. Harvey. So chapter. So Victoria, and Elaine. Okay, so you can just write your answer here, but on the board. Do it yourself. 直接写在上面。
Why am I using yellow?
嗯。Okay, chapter 2 cosine theta. 看看 cosine theta 等于多少 ？Cosine 45 equals what?
1 over square root 2.
1 over square root 2. So 2 times 1 over square root 2. So chapter, remember, when a number times a fraction number, remember, make them all into fractions. So it's 2 over 1 times 1 over square root 2. Get it?
Mhm.
Okay, so the top times top 2 square over square root 2. Okay, so this is a very good question. Okay, everybody look at me, okay? And Victoria as well. So 2 over square root 2. So 2 equals what? 2 actually equals square root 2 times square root 2. Correct, everybody? Correct? So we can just
Yeah.
cross it. So the answer is square root 2. Get it? Chapter? Very good. Okay, so yeah. So the same thing as Victoria. So Victoria, you can give me is 2 square root 2 times square root 2 over square root 2, right? So we can just cross this one. So the answer is square root 2. Get it? Okay, very good. Okay, good job. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, so now these these 8 questions are a little bit complicated. Okay, take your time. Don't be hurry. We can do it one by one. 加油。
Wait, here do you actually have to send the answers?
No, you don't have to send it to me. We just do it.
Oh,
okay? So these two will be Samuel, and these two will be Daniel.
is theta still 45
Yeah,
degrees?
yeah.
Okay.
And these two will be Harvey. Harvey did it already. The will be Carrie. And these two will be Elaine did it already, right? And Victoria did it already. So who wants to do another one? Nobody. Uh Victoria. Victoria said, "That's not fair." No, that's because your teacher loves you so much.
I'm gonna write down the answers on there.
Hmm?
Oh, someone's drawing on it.
You were supposed to write the answers on the board.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice. Malfunctioning.
Cherry, how do I do the last one?
Last one?
Yeah,
No, two theta equals what? Theta equals what? 45. So 2 times 45 equals what?
90,
90. So 120 minus 90 equals what?
30.
Do we know 30? Do we know psi 30?
Yeah.
Do we know psi 30 squared?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me see. So sine theta squared equals 1/4. Sine 45, sorry, equals 1 square root 2, right? Correct, everybody? Okay, so squared equals 1/2, right? So 3/4 times 1/2. Very good, Daniel. You're safe. Okay, so tangent is 4/3. Good. Good, 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 good. 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 Okay, everybody, very good. Okay, good job. All of you. Very good. Okay, so we're now going to do this one. Okay, so remember the theta 30 is 60 is the same thing. Okay, we just do it one by one. Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. So the questions became more complicated. Okay, everybody. So it's 1/sine squared 60. So Carrie, Law probably say, oh, I wish I still remember everything. No, okay? So it's like that. So sine 60 equals 2 square root 3/2, right? So when we're doing those questions, I want you to follow the step by step, okay? So because sine 60 equals square root 3/2. So sine square root 60 equals 3/4. Okay, so 1/sine square 60 equals 4/3, right? So 4/3 minus 4 equals negative 2 and 2/3. Get it? So that is the answer. Next one, sine 30 equals 1/2. Tangent 60 equals what? Who can tell me?
Tangents square root 3.
Thank you. So 1/2 times square root 3 equals 3/2. Get it, everybody? So number C and number D, your turn. Answers to you in the chat. You don't have to, just yeah, you can send it to me if you're done. Okay, Harvey, good job. Carrie Law, good job. Oliver, thank you for the combination of Chinese and math together, and I understood it. Very good. Elaine, take a look at the answer. Okay. Yeah. Elaine, it's okay. Sometimes we make mistakes, but maybe they're wrong. You're right. Hard to say. Okay? I just want to check your answer. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so when we do this, we need to find out tangent 45 equals what? Victoria,
1.
very good. Sine 30 equals what? Samuel,
1/2.
1 over 2.
Oh,
Very
no. Wait.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you're right. Trust yourself.
Yes.
So 4
So-
times 1 plus 6 times 1 over 2 equals 4 plus 3 equals 7. So the answer is 7. Get it, everybody? Okay, second one. Cosine 45 equals what? Square root 2?
1/2.
Yeah, so, or yeah, we can say that. It's the same thing. Okay, 1 over square root 2.
Yeah.
And sine 45 is also 1 over square root 2, right? So everybody, I'm not talking about cosine 45, I'm calling 1 over cosine 45, so it's square root 2. So 2 over sine 45 equals what? Equals 2 and square root 2. So square root 2 minus 2 square root 2 equals what? 好，有些小朋友说这里有点晕，是不是？没关系，你想好了啊。如果是你把 square root 2当成一个 x, so x minus 2x equals what? Equals negative x. So it's negative square root 2.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can I go to the washroom?
Yeah, of course. Understand, everybody? Okay, so now let's do these two, okay? So E, F, G, H. E, F, and G, H. Hmm. 加油！小朋友吓了一跳。因为你知道吗？我们现在学的是这个高中10年级要学的这个三角函数，我们每一个小朋友学的都非常好，so proud of you，OK？、学的非常好。So you know when you're in the high school in the grade 10 or something, a lot of students get so scared of this trigonometry. But everybody in this class, I don't see there's any problems. Some questions may need a little bit of help, but think about it. None of you are grade 10. None of you. Okay, very good. Okay, one by one, okay? 小朋友们啊，老师跟你们说啊，你们一定记得 so tangent 45 degrees equals what? Equals 1, right? It's 1 plus 1 over 1 equals 2. So the first question is 2. Okay, so sine 60 equals square root 3 over 2. And cosine 45 equals 1 over square root 2. So the answer is 2 times square root 3 over 2 minus 3 times 1 over square root 2. Okay, so this one equals square root 3 minus 3 over square root 2. Okay, so this one we can just put them a little bit better is square root 3 minus 3 square root 2 over 2. Because I'm going to times square root both on the top and bottom. Why it's like that is actually we cannot necessarily give the answer like 1 over square root 2. The square root 2 cannot be in the denominator. Okay, so this is something next class we're going to be more detailed. But this one we just you just remember that, which will be better, but this one is also good. Okay, if you give me this one, I'll give you the right. So sine 60 equals square root 3 over 2. Cosine 60 equals 1 over 2. Tangent 45 equals 1, right? So you put these one all here. So square root 3 over 2 times 1 over 2 plus 1. So the answer is square root 3 over 4 plus 1. Get it, Emily? Okay, so the next one is sine 30 equals half. So sine 30 squared equals 1 over 4. Tangent 60 equals what? Square root 3. So tangent 60 squared equals 3. Cosine 45 equals 1 over square root 2. Cosine 45 squared equals 1 over 2. So putting them together, 1 over 4 times 3 minus half equals 1 over 4. Carrie Luo, good job. You get all of them right. Carrie Luo, you're such a smart student. Sounds like I'm just say something good about myself, hey? Okay, get it, everybody? So just step by step, okay, Chapter? And Oliver? Sorry, Daniel? Where's Daniel? Oh, yeah, here. Okay, understand, Elaine? So just one step by step, okay? Daniel, I'm all right, but I thought it was wrong. So that means you sometimes just don't know yourself very well. Okay, last two questions, okay? I and J, okay? I and J. It looks very scary, but everybody just do one by one.
They do indeed look very scary.
It looks scary, but it's not. Okay, so Elaine has finished. Elaine is the first one who sent me the answer. Congratulations, Elaine.
I'm probably wrong though.
没关系。Okay, so let's take a look at this one. The first one. Who can tell me what is the answer for sine 45?
1/2. I mean,
One-
square root 2.
Very good. So sine square root 45 equals what? 1/2, right? So chapter C, square root 2 times 1 over square root 2. So 1 times 1 equals 1. Square root 2 times square root 2 equals 2. So tangent 30 equals 1 over square root 3, right? So tangent 30 squared equals 1 over 3. Cosine 60 equals 1 over 2. Cosine 60 squared equals 1 over 4. So the answer is actually 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4. So the answer is what? Is 12 over 6 plus 4 minus 3. So the answer is 7 over 12. Good job, chapter. Very good. Victoria, good job. Yeah, Harvey, Elaine, Samuel. 屁股打一打，屁股打一打，屁股打一打。
First one was 1/4.
Yeah,
Same here.
yeah.
I think I
So
did it. I think I
just
skipped
a little bit, right? Just a little bit. And here we already know tangent square 30 equals 1 over 3. So tangent square 30 divided by 2 equals what? This one is 1 over 6. Right? So just to be a little bit quicker. So sine 60 equals square root 3 over 2. So sine 60 squared equals 3 over 4. And 3 times sine 60 squared equals 9 over 4. Okay, so this one, cosine 45. Cosine 45 equals sine 45, which is 1 over 2. So 4 times 1 over 2 equals 2. So it's 2 over 3. So it's minus plus. So I'm going to plus these two together. So it's 1 over 6 plus 4 over 6 minus 4 over 9. So it's 5 over 6 minus 9 over 4. So 3620 minus 81. So the answer is negative 61 over 36. Get it, everybody?最后一道题是不是有做错了？ No square root. Oh, okay, so 它全都 squared. Okay, everybody, do you understand these ones? Okay, so now today we're going to just using another last 30 minutes. We're learning the application of trigonometry, which is so-called the hardest part of the trigonometry because everybody, have you ever wondered why we're learning these things? Right? Why we're learning trigonometries, right? Because I know it's talking about the ratios and 30 degrees and 60 degrees is why we're learning these things. That is something really like bothers us, right? So let's take a look at this one. So actually, when we look at something, we have a horizontal, which is adjacent, and the object is, if it is up top to us, so we have an angle of elevation. 就是你眼睛如果朝上看的话, this is called angle of elevation. Understand? So the object is always up above you, always above you, okay? And if you're looking down something, and that means the subject is below the horizontal, so this angle is called angle of depression. Understand, everybody? 用中文来说，就是我朝上看的时候，我跟水平线会做出来一个角；我从朝下看的时候，我的眼睛会跟水平线也组成一个角。这个是下角，这个是上角。Okay, so
think
this
this
elevation. Yeah, 为什么是 elevation? Because elevator usually just to go up, 对不对? And depression is when you're sad, 你眼睛是不是就往下看了? So that is my way of remember these two things, okay? So now let's take a look at this one. So when you are a carpenter, okay? So when I was like 6 years ago, I'm learning carpenters myself. So everybody is going to use a thing, it's called a pitch. Okay, so the pitch is like that. So the pitch is actually like that. So it's equals right divided by wrong. I know it's not making sense at all. I know. I don't understand this when I'm learning the carpenter, but just to remember this one, pitch equals right divided by wrong. Okay, we're going to have some questions to describe this one. So let's take a look at this one, okay? So how does the trigonometry be used in the real life, okay? So a pilot is required to approach Vancouver Airport at an 8 degrees angle of descent. So that means this airport is going down instead of elevation, it's descent. Understand? 说明它是降落还是起飞啊？它是降落。Okay, so he is making the angle of here, okay? If the plane is traveling at an altitude of 10,000 feet, at what horizontal distance from the airport should the descent begin? 好，这句话什么意思啊？小朋友们看一看啊。飞机啊，跟汽车不一样 ，OK? Even the car need some time to stop the car, right? 但这个飞机速度非常快，而且飞机非常重。The faster and the heavier the object, okay? So they're going to have a what? They're going to have an inertia. Understand? So when you have an inertia is when you try to stop the object is still trying to move forward or backward as their original position for a long time. So usually, if the faster, the time will be longer. The object is heavier, the distance will be longer. Understand? 这个飞机停下来以后，它要花很长的时间去怎么样？去滑行，对不对？好了，那一样的，这个飞机要停到 airport 这个地方。The airplane need to calculate the distances when to start to descend. 什么时候开始慢慢降落，最后刚刚到这里。Understand? So this is based on the trigonometry. Because the angle of descent is 8 degrees. Remember I said the object and horizontals is going to make an angle. This is 8 degrees. So AKA, this is also 8 degrees, right? So in order to find out this length, we're using what? Opposite and adjacent. So obviously it is tangent. Yes, okay. So because this is 8 degrees, so this one is 82 degrees, right? So yeah, and also, yeah. So 82 degrees, this is object. So X opposite divided by 10,000, which is adjacent equals tangent 82. 好，那有些小朋友说，老师，为什么不能用8 degrees 啊？当然也可以用8 degrees。如果用8 degrees，就是 tangent 8 equals 10,000 divided by x. Correct? Correct? Oh, that's the same thing. 那老师为什么用这个呢？ Because tangent 82 is a number we can use a calculator to find, right? It's 7 something something. So it's easier. 你只要把这个摁出来，然后直接 10,000 times this one. So you can get the answer immediately. 但是如果用这个呢，你要把10000去除以这个 tangent 8，是不是没有这个更简单？Get it, everybody? So we try to keep the variable as the numerator. The calculator will be easier. Calculation will be easier. Understand, Harvey? Yeah, understand, Daniel? Okay, good. Okay, so you can use 8 or degrees or 82 degrees. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, the carpenter, okay? So the carpenter says that the pitch needed for rain to run properly off a roof is at least 4 to 12. So the pitch is what? Everybody, I think you have a house, right? In your house, you have an angle. So this is for the what? For the rooftop and the real house. So they have to need it for rain to run to properly. 因为如果你这个角度做的不够的话，这个水就不会这样流下来。这个水不会流下来，这个水就会积在这个 rooftop 上面，知不知道？然后这个房子就很容易漏雨。Understand? So everywhere is using math. 你造个房子，我们也用到 math， 对不对？好了，他说 at least the 谁掉出去了 ？At least 4 to 12. So you need to find out. This is wrong. This is what? This is rain. This is wrong. Which one is rain? Which is wrong? This is rice. This is wrong. Sorry, it's rain to wrong. So this is rice. This is wrong, right, everybody? So in order to find out the theta, it's just a tangent. Theta equals 4 over 12. So you just find tangent -1, 4 over 12 equals theta. So you're going to find out the answer by just using the calculator. Correct, everybody? Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. This one's easy. So the equal sides of isosceles triangle are 30 centimeter, and the third side is 36 centimeter. Determine the measure of the interior angle of the triangle. 你要知道这个 theta 等于多少？这很简单 because this is isosceles triangle, and if I make a height, this height also cut this one into half, right? And because it is a height, and this is a right triangle, so I know 30, 18. And do I have to calculate this one? No, because I have what? Adjacent and hypotenuse, which is cosine. So cosine theta equals 18 over 30. So cosine -1, 18 over 30 equals theta. So you're just using the calculator to find out what is the theta equals to. And because this one equals 53.1, so this is 53.1, and this one will be what? Will be 180 minus 53.1 minus 53.1. Which I believe 他是不是算错了？ Yeah. Okay.
Oh, because it's 53.130.
Okay, get it. So let's take a look at word problem, okay? So we try to do number 1 and number 2.
Carrie.
Mhm.
Or we did.
We did this one already, right? As a homework?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think so. 但是后面的没做，
We did all of it.
Yeah.
没有7到7、8也做了吗？
No.
Yeah, okay, yeah. This one, sorry, I was not scroll down enough. What angle does a 5 to 12 pitch have with the peak of top? Yeah.
Which angle is it asking for? The one on the top or the bottom?
Huh? It's you need to draw it first, Elaine. Okay, Samuel, good job. Elaine, good job. Very good. Samuel, trust yourself. Did very good. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, this question, okay? So Samuel, Elaine, and Carrie Law is giving me different answers, okay? So what angle does 5 to 12 pitch have with the peak of a roof? So let's take a look at this one. So it's like that. Okay, so this is 5, this is 12, and this is will be 13, right? So we don't have to do it. So I cannot say Samuel Elaine is right or Carrie is wrong, or Carrie is wrong, Samuel Elaine is right. Have with the peak of a roof. Everybody think about it. So the earlier question, they have the pictures there, right? Let's take a look at this one. So they said find the angle of the roof make with the horizontal carry. 这个为什么是这个角？他问你的是这个 peak of the with the horizontal， 对不对？好，那我们现在来看看这道题目呢，他说的是什么？说的是 have the peak of a roof. So it's talking about this guy, correct? Carrie? Understand? Because that I think that's a roof, right? And this is horizontal. So if they said that to the horizontal, it will be this one. But if it is a roof, it's this one. Get it, Carrie? Oliver 说我什么时候变成女的了？ Actually, Carrie is a boy's name as well. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. What is the acute angle between line y equal 3x? Very good, Carrie. And axis. Okay, 好，这道题目有点难啊，没有小朋友做出来。好 ，y equal 3x。我先小朋友在这个图上面把这个 y equal 3x 给它画出来。Okay, so everybody, if you can do it, it's y equal 3x. So the 1 point when x equals 1, y equals 3. Correct?
Yeah.
Y equals 0, y equals 0. So this is a line of y equal 3x. Get it? Okay, so they want to know the angle between the line y equal 3x and axis. 是不是就这个？那这个怎么做呢？把这个画出来。So this is 1, this is 3. So tangent theta equals 3 over 1, which is 3. So tangent -1, 3 equals theta. 这个 negative 不是去除它啊，大家知道的啊。So go to the calculator and just to do the second line and do that. Get it, everybody? Okay, so number 9 and number 10. If a 2 meters of a string is used to fly a kite, 200 meters. What 这个 person 有2米这么高呢？这什么人呀？
What does slack mean?
Slack?
Yes.
That means like 就是没有 how to say that?
It's like where it is.
没有就是那个没有不会，因为你看那个风筝不是一直都是绷得紧紧的嘛 ，right? So sometimes the 风筝会不会就是 drop 的时候 drop 的时候，这个线不就不是这样一条线的嘛？ So we just suppose like just when we're doing math or physics questions, we just suppose everything is a perfect situation. Understand, Samuel? It's always like 就这个风筝一直都是在天上，就不会这样掉下来一下。对，就是这个。好了，这里有一个人啊，这个人2米，对不对 ？Okay, so the string is 200 meters, right? And we form an angle of 37 degrees. Get it? So we just want to know what is the height is the air in the kite. 那是不是就是只要把 this one calculated and plus 2? Okay, so let's see. So this one 37 degrees and this one's 200 meters and this is an x. So how do we do it? Sine 37 equals x divided by 200. Correct, everybody? So who can tell me sine 37 equals what?
0.6018.
0.6018.
6018.
Thank you. So x equals what? Equals 200 times 0.6. I just do it easy, okay? So it's 120. So basically, the height is 122 meters. Good job, Victoria. Very good. Give me 5. Distance E5. Good job. Okay, very good. Okay, so last one, okay? So what angle will a 190 feet wire make with a ground that is used to support a transmission tower 120 feet high? I don't even understand what does it mean. Transmission tower. So first I just do a transmission tower, 120 feet tall, correct? A 190 feet wire make with the ground that is used to support. Okay, so everybody, have you ever see that one? Is when you see a thing is very tall, you need to have a line to support it. Correct? To kind of like pulling it. So this is 120, this is 190. So what is a degree? So we just say theta. So theta equals what?
It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know, thank you. So sine theta equals 120 divided by 190, right? Opposite divided by the hypotenuse. So who can tell me the theta equals what?
Um,
0.6216.
Okay, so no, the angle equals what?
Oh,
I sent it in the chat.
Very good job, Elaine. Okay, so everybody, the number will be a little bit off, but it's okay because it's based on like how many digits you used to just do it. Understand, everybody? So the trigonometry, the hardest part is like you use them and to solve the question in the real life. Okay, but trust me, if you just draw the picture and do the graph, everything will be easy. Okay, so we're not going to do those crazy questions, but I'm going to just leave you with the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and the word problem, and we just to review all of those special angles, and I want all of you to just do them. Understand? Okay, so all the special angles we actually already did it in the classroom, so you don't have to worry about it. And for the word problem, I only leave you with 2 questions, and if you don't know how to do it, it's fine. We still have the next week to do it. Okay, understand, everybody? Okay, really good. Okay, so we're gonna see each other next week, and good job today. Okay, everybody, you didn't give up, and it is really hard these questions, and I'm so glad because everybody in this classroom seems, we're not saying that 100% you manage it, but I can say 75% to 80% this whole entire class already understood it. Okay, so that's really amazing because you know it takes really like for the regular school like every day learning math for 2 months or 1.5 at least to learn this trigonometry, but we just to do it every week for half an hour, 1.5 hour, and we did really good. Okay, so that's it for today's class, and I trust you. Why I'm telling this is because you know what? I think every single student in Canada is not challenged yourself enough. You're not being well challenged, right, Chapter? And think about it. If you're capable of understanding these things, why you're stuck on the question like 5 times 15 for over and over and over again in the school, right? But I'm not saying that school is wrong, but the thing is, I think everybody, you should know your territory. You should know what is your ability, and you challenge yourself, and you're going to find out that actually ability is getting higher and higher and higher. Sometimes you don't even believe yourself, oh, I can do something like that. Okay, get it, everybody? So that's it for today's class, and I wish we're going to see each other next week. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.